After a week off, we're back at City National Arena in Summerlin, Nevada. The Rams of Colorado State University make the trip down from Fort Collins to take on the Western Collegiate Hockey League leading UNLV Skating Rebels. Hello and welcome into the broadcast, and thank you all for spending time with us. I'm Dominic Duval, your play-by-play commentator, and color commentator AJ Reed joins me outside here at CNA. Now, AJ, we mentioned a little bit, UNLV had a week off. They swept Niagara a couple of weeks ago, the, at the time, third-ranked team in the country. Pretty big series sweep.
A big series indeed, and special teams were a huge part. I mean, Niagara came to that series with a 45% hit rate on the power play. Not a single goal allowed on the power play all night for UNLV, both games. Huge on special teams.
And special teams were, in fact, the name of the game. We're going to see if UNLV can keep up the momentum they generated on the PK a couple of weeks ago against Niagara, this weekend against Colorado State. But also just looking at the goal scoring, AJ, a huge weekend for the freshmen, but specifically Bryce Johnson, who netted his first career hat trick against Niagara.
And you like to see the freshmen step up like that in such a big game. And with emotions so high as they were against Niagara with the coach ejection and all of the penalty minutes, you like to see your freshmen come through in a big moment like that. So good momentum for Bryce Johnson going forward.
And we'll see if Bryce Johnson can continue that after he scored that hat trick last time out. As we mentioned once again, UNLV had the week off last week. So me and AJ, we're going to get inside. But before we get inside, we have to tell you, it's Hockey Fights Cancer Night and weekend here at City National Arena. The Skating Rebels will be wearing these specialty jerseys against the Rams tonight. If you want to get your hands on them, visit 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey to place your bid, or scan the QR code on your screen and it will take you right to the auction page. A portion of the proceeds directly benefit Hockey Fights Cancer, powered by the V Foundation for Cancer Research, helping fund critical cancer research and support programs. That auction ends at 8 p.m. Saturday. So there you have it. The stage is set. UNLV playing host to Colorado State. That's just ahead. Two of the WCHL's top teams getting ready to clash in Summerlin. Colorado State making the trip down to Vegas to face the league-leading Skating Rebels. UNLV fresh off of a sweep of Niagara on home ice 2 weeks ago, and they're looking to stay perfect at home so far in 2026. But the Rams would love to play spoiler. CSU, UNLV next.
At home once again, the UNLV Skating Rebels hosting the Colorado State University Rams in a battle between two top teams in the WCHL. I'm joined by assistant coach Colin Robin. Now, CR, you played CSU last time they came to Vegas in 2019, and you were behind the bench for the team sweep on the road 2 years ago. How have they developed as a program?
Yeah, it really doesn't feel that long ago that they were here, but obviously the way things work out in the schedule, right? But yeah, I mean, CSU's really taking strides as a program. They've really improved now, being at the top of our, towards the top of our conference, looking to make a run at winning the conference like so many teams hope for, right? So for themselves, it's obviously just so many good hockey players in so many places that are looking to find homes, and they're able to take advantage of that and offer the kids something they're interested in.
And what are the keys to having another successful weekend on the penalty kill?
Commitment to the little stuff. These guys are just as dedicated to the penalty kill as they are any other facet of the game, so taking care of the little stuff, really paying attention to the details, and being willing to sacrifice for the guy next to you when you need to.
And 3 of the top 5-point getters are freshmen, and at this stage of the year, how big have they been to the support of the vets?
It's amazing, right? So crucial for them to be part of our lineup right now with a couple injuries that we have going on, a couple bumps and bruises, then be able to step up, contribute where they're needed, getting power play time, penalty kill time, 6-on-5 time, end of game time. It's so crucial for them to be part of our roster and jump in and take advantage of the roles they're getting, because come the national tournament in March, you got to have every single guy going, and they're crucial to that.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, CR.
Thank you.
All right, Bo. Tossing it to you.
Thanks, Meg. Well, it's Hockey Fights Cancer Night tonight here at City National Arena as the Rebels get set to take on the visiting Rams of Colorado State University. And these are the jerseys the Rebels will be sporting tonight in support of Hockey Fighting Cancer. And just a reminder to the fans at home that a portion of the proceeds will go to cancer research. Not long ago, I caught up with head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener and talked about what the team has been doing well lately. And he said they've really bought into their systems, and that now that they're healthy, they look to keep things rolling in 2026. On the flip side, he said that the team needs to do a better job of taking care of the puck in their own end and not to lose their assignments in the defensive zone. Lastly, we talked about the 3 keys to the weekend, and he said the team needs to stay disciplined. They need to take care of their own end, attention to detail. Boys, I'll send it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bo, and thank you all for sticking through that longer pregame open here for UNLV and Colorado State. Doing battle here in Summerlin, Nevada for the first time since 2024. You're seeing images of their last matchup up in Colorado just about 2 years ago, Super Bowl weekend, when the Super Bowl was in Las Vegas, AJ. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Dominic Dubois, as I mentioned in the open. AJ Reed right alongside me in the broadcast booth. As we mentioned, two of the best teams in the WECHL about to go head-to-head here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I think we're in for what we're in for tonight. And, you know, all we've heard throughout the entire pregame show is special teams. We're going to sound like a broken record because that's a lot of what we talked about
like you
last
week.
weekend.
Special teams, special teams, special teams.
And it's no joke. Colorado State actually has 4 shorthanded goals so far this season. Number 21, Connor Schuckman, has 2 on his own, so he could be a player to watch if UNLV gets on the power play. But for some of those special teams numbers, UNLV 24 for 112 on the power play, hitting at just 21%. Colorado State, on the other hand, 15 for 71, also hitting 21%. Their penalty kill, allowing just 4 goals, 89%. UNLV, on the other hand, 12 goals for 88%. So special teams will play a factor tonight, as we've heard everyone say so far already.
I mean, UNLV's home penalty kill, AJ, 3 for 65, clicking at 95%. Now, we touched on it in the open. Megan Roma spoke with assistant coach Colin Robin about the penalty kill against Niagara 2 weeks ago, and he was very proud of the effort and just doing the little things. And that's something that if you're a fan of this program, you've watched this program for a long time, that's something that is really championed with this coaching staff, is buying into your systems, pulling in the same direction, doing the little things right. And obviously it's been working. They won the national championship last year, and they skunked one of the best power plays in the country in Niagara a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we came into that game with kind of the same special teams message because Niagara was 45% on the power play coming in. So we thought, you know, if there's penalties, you got to watch out for Niagara on this power play unit. And they had 5-on-3 chances, multiple 5-on-4s, even a 4-on-3 at one point. Skunked them. Not a single goal. So very impressive stuff from the UNLV penalty kill unit. And that shows with allowing just 3 goals on 65 chances.
And their season total for the road, 12 for 105. The penalty killing unit clicking at about 88.5%, just over on the season. The UNLV power play, as you mentioned, 24 for 112 on the year, 11 for 67 at home this season so far. UNLV's goal differential plus 56, 96 goals for, 36 goals against on the year. Colorado State, on the other hand, their goal differential just plus 14, 76 goals for, 62 goals against. Their last 5 games, CSU 2-3.
Yeah, looking to try and bounce back, get back in the 500 in their last 5. I guess they'll go up to 3-2 in their last 5, depending on when that last win was. But I think they're going to be a tough out for UNLV tonight.
Definitely. I mean, they're right behind Grand Canyon University in the standings for the WCHL. That's a team that gave UNLV fits. We talked about it a lot earlier on this year, how well GCU played on the road against UNLV, the defending champions. So, I mean, with CSU to be right behind GCU, I'm not really expecting the Rams to just kind of roll over here, especially making a far bus ride, about 12 to 15 hours, I believe it is, from Fort Collins, Colorado, to come down here and just be like, we're not going to really do anything crazy against the defending champions and their barn.
And they've usually been a tough out when UNLV plays them on the road, too. Pretty close games at times. You know, sometimes it gets away from Colorado State a few times, but, you know, for the most part, it's a pretty close games. Last time they played Super Bowl weekend, like you mentioned, in Colorado, UNLV swept the Rams 6-1 in Game 1 and 5-2 Game 2. The leading point getters that are still on the roster, Tristan Rand, 2 goals, 1 assist. Heath Mensch, a goal and an assist. Caleb Strong and Jackson Wyatt both tallying 2 assists. Mason Kelly with a goal and Justin Stathopoulos with assists. So watch out for those players who have been around and have seen this team before.
And a lot of them are from the same class. They came to the program at the same exact time, and they've been really stalwarts of the program. The freshman class for UNLV, we've talked about it time and time again, how well they've been playing. We spoke with Colin Robin about how well they've played so far this
season as well. And as for the last time CSU was in Las Vegas, AJ, it was a series split. I don't know if that's going to be foreboding anything. I don't know if that, is a preview as to what may happen this weekend. But CSU's not ranked coming into this matchup. UNLV top 5. At that time, January 25th and 26th of 2019. A long time ago.
That's a different
AJ.
lifetime ago.
We were still in high school at that time. Some of the people on our staff were in middle school.
Can you believe that?
At that time, which is insane. UNLV is taking the ice, but a completely different group back then in the 2018-19 season. Colin Robin, the assistant coach, was among those on that roster. So UNLV took the 4-0 win on night 1, January 25th of 2019. And then January 26th, 23rd ranked CSU against 7th ranked UNLV at the time, pulled out a 5-3 win and a series split on the road against a tough UNLV team, especially physically. That was back, AJ, when they didn't really care what was going on. They were like, we're going to rough you up if we really want to.
Well, do the Rams have that in them tonight?
We'll see.
We'll
see if they're built Ram tough.
Built Ram tough.
The UNLV Skating Rebels starters being announced. We're going to get to those in a moment. But we're going to keep on talking about these two teams. The jersey matchups as well. I mean, UNLV, the Hockey Fights Cancer Jays. We showed you the auction link, 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey. We'll pull up that QR code for you later on in the show. That auction ends at 8 p.m. on Saturday. If you're in the building and if you're in the Las Vegas area and you win one of the jerseys at 8 p.m. Saturday, you can come on down and get your jersey yourself. If you're at the game tomorrow night, couldn't make it tonight, you can get the jersey as well. But remember, a portion of the proceeds go to Hockey Fights Cancer on behalf of the V Foundation for Cancer Research. It funds cancer research and support groups. So your dollars, your donations will not go to the wrong places. It'll go towards cancer research directly. So once again, 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey to bid on these game-worn Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys worn by the UNLV Skating Rebels, the defending national champions. But that'll be enough of us for now. We're going to get to the ceremonial puck drops and the national anthem. UNLV and CSU coming right up.
At this moment, we would like to invite all those who are able to please rise and raise your I Fight For signs. Tonight we honor all who have been impacted by cancer and recognize the bravery and strength each person faces throughout their battle. United is
about that anthem, AJ? JB, one of my favorite anthem acts in Vegas. I see her work a lot covering the Las Vegas Aces for the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal work.
Phenomenal work indeed, Dom. And how about the ceremonial puck drop? We had 3.
Yeah.
All
hey.
3 going to UNLV, so
You know, that
we'll
might be a good omen here. So as the teams huddle up and get ready to get things going here on Hockey Fights Kansas tonight, we're going to go through the starting lines. First up, UNLV, Brady Estabrook, Bryce Johnson, and Luke Backel. Look out for number 9 in the middle of that line. He had a hat trick last time out. We've said it about 50 million times. Jackson Wyatt and Devin Nagra on the back end, and then in between the pipes like it is mostly this season, Doug Wakeland. And now taking a look at Colorado State. Tyler Sleds, the left wing. Riley Hunt-Bond, the center. And TJ Norris, the right wing. On the blue line, Ty Doan and Cameron Cromwell on the left and right defense, respectively. And then number 1, Chamberlain Nocera, holding down the blue paint for the Rams.
let's play some hockey.
Let's do some hockey. Let's play it. Let's see what's going to happen here. Like we said, 2 top teams in the WCHL this season. Colorado State 3rd, UNLV 1st. And Johnson's going to dig in against Hunt Bond. And we're underway here at City National Arena on Hockey Fights Cancer Night between the Rams and the Rebels. Now here comes UNLV. That's Backel chipping it in. Luke Backel. The last time the Rebels played a team with green as one of their primary colors, he went viral for a behind-the-legs goal. Garnered over 300,000 views on the UNLV Hockey Instagram page.
Nasty goal.
Even got posted on the USA Hockey page as well. So we got our first series of line changes from the Rams. The UNLV getting a pair of guys changed up. Just under a minute into this contest. Now the Rebels will just hold behind Doug Wakeland's net. The first minute's officially gone in the first period. Now UNLV starting it out on the right wing. That's Dylan Jensen sidestepping traffic. Jensen dips the shoulder, tries to put it on, and it doesn't get there because he got spun around by the Rams defenseman. That's directed in by DiMaggio. Chipped in deep. Kelly's on the forecheck there. Andor. His pass gets knocked away by Jensen. Now that's on the tape and chipped in by Kelly. Couldn't get into the zone, and now Colorado State's going to try and recoil. But that pass doesn't go the way they want to. Fresh legs coming on for the Rams. Kelly gets held up at center, and that gets sent into the zone by Carrick Stevens. Heath Mensch gets pickpocketed by Bryson Perini. Big defenseman. Listed at 6'8". So he's hard to miss. Here comes UNLV. A shot there. Whistles over the net, and goes into the protective netting for a whistle.
Yeah, 6'8". That's the guy you make when you're making your NHL player.
Exactly. Yeah.
Make him 6'8", enforcer type deal, right?
99 speed, 99 hit power.
Probably got a cannon for a shot.
99 shot power, 99 slap shot power, wrist shot power, everything. Dylan Gordon's shot goes into the trapper of Nocera. It's the first shot on goal between either team so far tonight. Face off tied up. UNLV doesn't come away with possession. Carrick Stevens chips it over the Rebel defenseman. Settled down by Gordon. That's spun back in his own zone by Band. Now the Rebels chipping in. On the opposite half wall, there's Band with it. Touches it off for Strong. Sent back towards the net, and it whistles wide. That was Gordon with another shot attempt early in this shift. Now here come the Rams. Aiden Vonfeld on the left wing. He gets bumped, tries to feed it to the center of the ice. Doesn't get there. Looked like it was Robert Grasso trying to drive the slot for the Rams. That gets directed back into the zone. That's Mark Feinberg. Fresh legs coming on for the Rebels now. Not a lot going. I mean, one shot between both teams. The neutral zone proven to be an issue, but not this rush. Here's McIntosh on the backhand. He goes careening into the netminder, and the net comes off of its moorings. McIntosh getting a shove there from Angus Frithson. And we're going to see if Chamberlain Osera is okay. And Ryder McIntosh is upset. Looks like he's going to be charged or called for a charging penalty. He's in disbelief. He wants Angus Frithson to be called. So out of that mess, Colorado State's going to head to the man advantage for the first time this weekend. Ryder McIntosh for a charging penalty.
Colorado State on the power play, 15 for 71. Reminder, that's 21% on the road. Just 7 for 44, 15.91%. So let's see what they got their first go at it tonight.
And UNLV once again 3 for 65, clicking at 95% at home on the PK. So we'll see what either special teams unit can do the first look at them tonight. Once again, Ryder McIntosh for charging. Now the Rams setting up shop on the right wing wall. Fed to the slot, directed towards the net, doesn't make it there. Now the Rams trying to work it down low. It gets rimmed out of the zone. And down the ice for Chamberlain Osera. Now here come the Rams. Cameron Cromwell on the tape for Andor. And now on the left wing wall, a shot there is directed aside by Wakeland. And that gets kicked off the wall and out on net for Nacera. Andor's dumping attempt goes into the bench. So 15:09 left to the first, 37 seconds to go on the CSU power play.
Let's take a look at that penalty again.
And there's a penalty, and McIntosh gets sent into Nocera by Frithson.
Tough for McIntosh to do anything else in that situation besides hit the goalie, unfortunately. Not a lot you can do besides that if you don't want to like put yourself in harm's way.
And it seems like that's what he might have been arguing on his way to the penalty box. The official had some words back to him. And nonetheless, he's been sitting for the last minute and 45 or so. UNLV only allowing one shot on goal during this power play for Colorado State. Now in the waning seconds of the man advantage, the Rams can't really get a rush going. Now UNLV's back to full strength. Frithson sends it through the legs of Feinberg down the length of the ice for an icing. So UNLV with the icing. So the power play unit for Colorado State got to stay on. Defensive zone draw now, and the Rebels can get a fresh set of legs out there.
Well, a great penalty kill there for UNLV. I mean, we talked about the special teams matchup. That was dance number 1 for the special teams, and UNLV comes away with the win there. And they made it difficult in neutral ice for Colorado State to get any rushes. So that's why the lack of shots, for Colorado State.
The neutral zone, as you mentioned, has been very problematic for both teams so far tonight. We'll see if that'll loosen up a little bit as the game wears on. UNLV now with their shot set up in the offensive zone. Jackson Wyatt from the left dot. On the backhand, feeds to the slot and rolls off the stick of Rand, who is parked in the bumper position right at the hash marks. Ready for that one-timer. Ryder McIntosh returns a favor to Frithson in the corner after he shoved him into his netminder. Here's Jackson Wyatt from the point, putting his dancing shoes on. Here's Nagar from the left circle, shoots and whistles it wide glove side, and it rims out of the zone. Colorado State can get changed up now. Full sail changes for the Rams.
Best possession from either team on offense so far right there for UNLV.
And now here come the Rebels once again trying to one-up that one. That's Jackson Whitehead manning the rush, leaves it for Bryce Johnson. Rink-wide feed, deflected up in the air, and kicked out of the zone by Tyler Sleds, and he gets that one knifed off of his stick by the UNLV defenseman. Looks like it was Dylan Kuntz. Neutral zone still a little muddy for both teams. Colorado State not able to get a clean zone entry there. Delayed penalty upcoming here. It looks like, or it was delayed offside, excuse me. And that goes just out of the reach of Johnson for an icing. So UNLV now with a defensive zone draw themselves.
Well, in that last offensive possession where Tristan Rain had a great shot, it feels like UNLV has upped the pace a little bit, moving a little bit faster, and that's why you're seeing this slightly better entries into their offensive zone, but still nothing that pretty.
And it very well may have been right off of that big penalty kill that they had just moments ago. Got a little pep in the Skating Rebels step right after killing that one. Now here's UNLV. That's DiMaggio catching an edge and falling over as he tried to gain the red line. And now here comes Sleds the other way. One-on-one. Shot from the right circle. Doesn't make it on net. That's chipped in by Mensch. He gives chase. Retrieves it. And now Mensch looking now. Going for a lap. Turns one on. Sticked away by Nocera. And now here's Dylan Gordon, D to D for Whites. He shoots one, blocked in front by Stevens to the joy of the Rams bench. That gets lifted towards the blue line, settled down by Strong, and he gets stick lifted and taken down by the captain, Hunt Bond. And they're giving each other the business, and Strong giving him a little bit of extra, and no call. Hunt Bond wanted one.
Saw the ref shaking his head there.
Didn't want to call it, he'll let him play. Now Colorado State, a bit of a broken rush. Fed out to the left circle, back to the slot, and hops over the stick of Carrick Stevens, driving the soft part of the ice. Colorado State looking for their second shot on goal of the game, the fourth between both teams in the opening 9 minutes or so of this game. Here's Jensen on the right wing, pulls up at the hash marks and chips it around the wall. Mason Kelly is there to hop on it. He plays it up to the point. Kuntz, D to D, Nagra. He moves in, toe drag, moves it on in, shoot. Save made, loose puck out in front, steered away by Nocera. What a save by the shoulder of the Rams netminder, but what a pretty display of the hands from the defenseman, Devin Nagra.
Made a defenseman hit the ice in the process.
Mason Kelly hits the ice there. He got muscled down by Christian Collins at the blue line. UNLV gains the zone again. Rand going against a pair of Rams. Kelly comes in to support right at the Colorado State bench door. And that gets sent out by Cromwell. Colorado State. Clean zone entry if it was onside, but it in fact wasn't.
Well, neutral ice still being a problem, but we heard that Rams bench get a little loud for that block shot earlier, and that's one of those hustle plays that we expect from Colorado State. Blocking the passing lanes, getting in front of the shots, taking one on the leg or taking one on the chest to make sure UNLV doesn't get a clean look on goal.
Now here come the Rams, shot in for the slot that's blocked by the shin pad of DiMaggio. It's a good try by Ryan Andor off a face-off win. Now here come the Rams back with it. Gain in the zone, shot from the right wing circle into the shoulder and the chest protector of Lakeland. He'll hold for a whistle. That was Connor Petrangelo. So 10:02 remains. Shots are 3-2 in favor of UNLV. Bit of a rarity to see only 5 shots aside this far into the game. Here's Johnson on the left wing. Gets it knocked off his stick by Cromwell. He plays it up for Backel. Ford shoots one. Caught and held by Nocera. And a note here, Dylan Ford wearing number 44 tonight of the former captain, Matias Stalmonte, heard there's a problem with the jersey manufacturing. So Ford, the usual number 13 on the back end, wearing 44.
Paying homage to Matias.
The first Rebel captain to lift the Murdoch Cup over their heads last season. We have another stoppage of play, 9:35 to go. No ice crew available to us tonight, which explains the lack thereof of TV timeouts. We're going to be thugging all night long, AJ.
That's all right. That's all right. That's what they pay us the big bucks for, right?
Yeah, exactly. Set cross corner by the Rebels. Estabrook upended in the corner big time. That's something you don't see often. Brady Estabrook, the freshman, getting on the wrong side of a hit. That gets sent in by Ford. That was Ty Doan, the defenseman for the Rams, getting the better of that collision. Then a pair of Rebels go at Doan down low, and Doan gets a bit of an extra hack at Luke Backel. And that gets sent in. A big-time collision at the bench. Oh, my goodness. Brady Estabrook just absolutely clean Cameron Cromwell after the whistle. And there's going to be a penalty upcoming. Roughing's a call. Here's a second look. Whistle's blown, and Cromwell went high on Estabrook, too. So it's not like Cromwell didn't see it coming. I'm wondering if there's going to be another penalty called on Cameron Cromwell for the cross-check. Looks like it's just going to be Estabrook. 2 minutes for a rough. So Colorado State with another chance on the man advantage with under 9 minutes to go in this first frame.
Well, it's the second guy who usually gets nabbed, right? Estabrook got cleaned on this side of the ice right before and then had to get his get back. And, of course, the ref said, no, you cannot.
You quoted Odo Beckham Jr. there. Second guy always gets caught. If you remember the Josh Norman beef back in the day.
I do.
CSU working in on the man advantage. Shot tipped through traffic to the high glass. That was Makai Mitchell from the point, feeding that one towards the net. They score! Colorado State on the power play. Another shot from the point. And guess who? Riley Hunt Bond breaking through for the Rams.
Well, he's got 3 power play goals for them now. Make that 4, and what a shot from the point.
Did it get directed on its way through? Doesn't look like it. May have went clean. So Colorado State, unranked entering this one, taking on the defending champs, the number 4 Rebels. They're already out to an early lead.
Able to break through on this UNLV penalty kill unit that's been lights out the last 2 weekends. So huge momentum swing for Colorado State right now.
Now the Rebels starting to play from behind. Here's Nagra driving the net, and it gets knocked off his stick by Ty Doan. That's kept in the zone, strong. Tried to get it to Mensch in the slot, and it goes just out of his reach, and it gets sent off the glass and out. Mensch pulls up on the right wing, moves in, shoots one into the skates. He recovers it for a moment, feeds it towards the goal, and it gets stopped up by Frithson. He plays it on the wing for Frank, and we got a delayed penalty coming up. It's going to be on the Rams, so it's going to be a good chance here for UNLV to get back even with Colorado State once this power play begins. The Rams with a forecheck. UNLV has the extra attacker on. Doug Wakeland on the bench. Now the Rebels with the extra attacker over the red line. That's Whites who gains his own. Feeds one towards the net, sticked away. And now here's Backel. Down low, Rand dances away from traffic, jams it off the wall to the point. It's gloved down and played out of the zone for Whites. Now Jackson Wyatt. And that gets knocked off of the stick of Backel and touched up finally. Tripping will be the call. We're going to see who it's going to be against. So 2 minutes for tripping on Colorado State. And that's going to be on Cole Frank.
Well, I'll tell you who to keep an eye on for this power play. It's number 9, Bryce Johnson. It was lights out for UNLV last 2 weekends ago against Niagara. Had a hat trick.
Here's DiMaggio. Toe drag, shoots one. Blocked in front. DiMaggio had himself a great weekend last week, AJ, or 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry. So 7-9 on the right wing side. They're kind of rotating now, and that's 7 snapping it over to Johnson. And they'll play pitch and catch at the point. Still playing pitch and catch, rink wide. White with a drive off the glove. Rebound kicks out. DiMaggio settles it to Johnson, and it bounces off of his stick. And it gets sent up to the point. D now. DiMaggio from Wyatt. He plays that off of Collins' shin pad, and that gets knifed down by Rand. Massick looking up top, bounces off the shin pad of Wyatt, who settles it down, but it gets knifed away by Petrangelo, and he clears his own.
Well, DiMaggio, he was sort of the quarterback of this power play unit against Niagara. Him and Bryce Johnson were a lethal duo, and he's doing that more of the same so far in their first power play look tonight.
Yeah, DiMaggio is snapping it around the offensive zone on the man advantages for UNLV last week. Had some pretty passing plays. He almost had the same tonight. That's on the tape. To Backel from Strong. They'll pitch and catch there. They're still continuing to play pitch and catch. Backel, left circle. Rink wide, Niagara. Right circle. Shoots one. Save made. Nocera. It's off the kick plate. Strong recovers at the point. Plays it for Backel on the backhand. He leaves that for Oliver Band. Band moves in. Centering try off the stick of Hunt Bond. He scored the goal already for Colorado State to put him out in front. Here's Band looking in front. Loose puck. Strong directs it towards the net. Loose puck still. Bouncing around in the blue paint. They score! Looks like Oliver Band in that absolute scramble in front. Puts it home. UNLV draws even on the man advantage.
Well, I felt like every Rebel had a chance to score on that power play right there. Band just the one who got the rebound at the end after multiple scoring chances.
And yeah, it's Oliver Band on the doorstep. Right place, right time. And you see there on the bottom of the screen, Riley Hunt Bond was a bit shaken up behind the play. So we're going to hope for his health. He's sitting on the bench, doesn't look any worse for wear. So UNLV draws even. The special teams, AJ, as we mentioned over and over and over and over and over again in the open, playing a factor.
Hey, turns out we mentioned that for a reason, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we know what we're talking about. Sometimes. And once again, both teams striking on the power play. And now UNLV starting it out. That's on the stick of Kelly. For Carollo on the right wing to the center of the ice. Jammed off the stick of Jensen. That gets kept in the zone by Kuntz. Kuntz moving in. Down low. Kuntz plays it towards the slot. Doesn't get there. And he gets it back. Here's Dylan Kuntz. High slot. Top of the circle. Shoots one over the net. And Jensen recovers that on the right wing half wall. Jensen now looking. Spins one towards the net. Jammed away by Cromwell. Now DiMaggio down low. He gets canceled out by Cromwell. Cromwell getting the stick up and around DiMaggio's neck. We're going to play on. There's Jensen with it from the point. Shoots one into the chest of Nocera. He'll hold for a whistle. 3:28 to go in the first.
Well, when UNLV has gotten clean zone entries like they did right there, their offense has looked really good, passing the puck well, getting good shooting opportunities, making Colorado State work on defense, get in front of the puck, block shots, block passes. So far, they've been doing an okay job at that, too.
Sell out and wear a few bruises if you really want to keep this game tied. That's what UNLV very well could be telling Colorado State. And as you mentioned, they're just snapping it around the offensive zone when they get that ever rare clean zone entry for both teams so far in this one. Andor finds a bouncing puck, tries to feed it rink wide, doesn't get there. UNLV with it coming up the left wing. That's Rand. Tristan Rand spins it to the slot on the tape, but it rolls off the stick of Masick. Great chance for the freshman. And now here's Rand shooting one, directed aside up into the netting for a whistle. And McIntosh with a slight little shove, and he gets talked to by Angus Frithson. And Charlie Masick comes over to have a word. Everyone seems to be smiling a little bit, or maybe at least Ryan Andor is.
A lot of extracurriculars so far in this one.
Not too much. I mean, besides Brady Estabrook penalty, it's been pretty relaxed thus far.
Asking where you're going to dinner after.
I'm going home. It's been a long week. Or maybe we'll splurge a little bit. Shot through from the point, bounces off the end boards, settled down on the doorstep, but it doesn't make it on clean. Osara holds for a whistle. 2:27 to go, 14-3. All of a sudden, it's a shots on goal advantage in this game, AJ, for
Wow.
UNLV.
It felt like just a few minutes ago it was 4-3.
Yeah. I mean, like you said a few moments ago, UNLV really settled in as of late, especially with as many offensive zone draws they've gotten. Shot from the point goes wide. That was Cameron Cromwell. Directing that towards the net. Gets ringed around the end or the wall, excuse me, as we approach the final 2 minutes. And now it's going to be a partial one-on-one. That's back goal. Moving on in. Oh, a big save by Sarah. Penalty upcoming on Colorado State. It's going to be for a trip. What an effort from Luke Bagwell, the freshman, to stay on his feet with Ty Doan all over him.
Great bounce. I thought he had a great look on the goal, too. Just not able to finish it. This UNLV power play unit, special teams, like we've been saying, they'll head back out there.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here on this man advantage. Already both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. We'll see if the Colorado State PK can be successful and kill the first penalty off the game. Caleb Strong and Oliver Band swap. 1:52 to go. Once again, Ty Doan for tripping on Luke Backel on the latest breakaway. UNLV comes away with possession to begin their man advantage. It's Strong on the left wing half wall, who gets it down to Backel. Plays pitch and catch, rink wide on the tape for Mensch from the right circle. Here's Strong, top of the circle, shoots one, blocked in front. He gets it back. Centering try, Mensch shoots. Oh my goodness, it looks like it may have careened off the side of the goal. Heath Mensch from Prime Real Estate can't get a shot clean on goal. And that was a really good chance early in the first half minute of this power play for the Rebels. Now here's Strong, looking top of the left circle. Mensch for the drive. Pad save made. Nocera. He falls over for a brief moment. He's back up. And now Band looking. He gets canceled out. UNLV keeps his own. That's Mensch, who plays it softly towards Backel. That's played up. Mensch up to the point. Nagra, return pass. Mensch, right circle. Shoots one. Blocked in front out to the corner. That was Mitchell, who looked like wore that shot off of one of his pads under a minute to go now on the power play and in the period. Now here's Mensch on the right wing. Saucer pass to the middle of the ice. There's Rand with speed. Moves in. Blocked in front to the high glass once again. That time it was Angus Frithson. Now we approach the final 30 seconds. Rand down low on the tape. Masick. Masick looking. Up top, that's DiMaggio. To Wyatt. Return pass DiMaggio. Goes off of his stick. Down low on the tape for Masick. DiMaggio touch pass into the skates of Rand on the tape. Masick from the goal line. He plays that off of Frithson's shin pad as we approach the final 10 seconds. Rand rolls off of his stick. Looking. Rink-wide feed. Poked away by Petrangelo. That was Johnson from his new office, the right wing circle. And now he gets it at the half wall. Final 3 seconds. Down low, Masick. Up top, Wyatt with a drive. Misses wide. And that's how the period will end. UNLV and Colorado State locked at 1.
Well, UNLV offensively has turned this thing around from those first 10 or so minutes where it was 4 shots to 3 shots, ending it up with 16-3, and that last power play was humming before the period ended. Let's take a look how we got here.
The game-tying goal from Oliver Band on the power play. Right place at the right time. UNLV and CSU locked at 1. We'll be right back after a brief intermission.
tied after one UNLV after this first period. I'm joined here with Oliver Band. Now, Oliver, obviously didn't start off how you wanted, but you guys bounced back. Talk me through that first goal.
Just letting up one early sucks, but, just got to stay on it, stay positive, and trust each other, and, yeah, go to work.
Yeah, what do you hope to do for the next period?
Hopefully play in their end a little bit more, stay out of the box, and, yeah, just keep going to work, keep forechecking, playing hard.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Oliver. Of course. Kyle, better over to you.
Thank you, Zoe. 16-3 are the shots after one, and UNLV, both teams rather, cashing out on the power play. One on UNLV side, kind of chaos in front, courtesy of Oliver Band, and then CSU also getting one early via power play with a deflection in front, and both teams kind of rallying to the challenge. Really, UNLV needed to get out to a fast start this game. CSU's matching that pace, and one thing UNLV is doing a really good job of is their defensemen. They're interactive in the play, they're pinching down, and they're getting really good opportunities. And if you're CSU, just keep up the speed. You're matching pace with UNLV really well, and just keep doing what you're doing. With all that being said, Dom and AJ, we'll send it back up to you guys.
Thank you, AJ, for staying with me. Excuse me.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Zoe, for bringing us those ringside reports. Zoe was speaking with Oliver Band, the lone goal scorer for UNLV. There's your stats through 16-3 are the shots. UNLV 1 for 1 on the power play so far. 4 penalty minutes aside and some keys. Get physical for CSU. Stay physical even. And for UNLV, stay out of the box. You don't want a penalty like Brady Estabrook took and then result in a power play against and then a goal against, and then you're playing from behind all of a sudden.
I'd even say for Colorado State, you got to start winning some battles in neutral ice. Got to get some clean zone entries. Got to get an offensive possession. So far on offense, they've looked not all the way put together. I wouldn't say lackluster, but not all the way put together. Their best possession, obviously, on that power play. Other than that, not really many chances going their way. UNLV, on the other hand, when they have gotten that rare zone entry, we've seen it. They got 16 shots.
Yeah.
And they've been humming on offense.
They've been snapping it around indeed. So this period, they're going to be skating, UNLV rather, will be skating away from the broadcast center. Colorado State with the green jerseys clad with gold and white will be skating towards the broadcast center. The long change period, as we've said on this broadcast for so long, is underway. UNLV with, just a few seconds to go on their power play that they came into the period with. That was tied home for a trip on Luke Backel in the final 2 minutes. But it doesn't even matter anyways. Colorado State's back to full strike already. So here's Wyatt. Gets that one steered away from him. That's picked up by Mensch. And now Niagara sends a cross corner from the red line. It gets chopped away, fed towards the slot off the stick of Mensch. Now Colorado State from behind their own net goes off of a player's shin pads. That was Ryan Andor. UNLV keeps a zone. They send it down deep. And Masick sent on the forecheck. Charlie Masick second in points for the Rebels so far this season. He leads all freshmen. And now that gets put on and blocked in front. Now UNLV still with zone possession. That gets directed aside off the end boards. And it finds its way into the trapper. So we have some extra pushing and shoving. And they're going to all depart.
Well, I just want to say I love these Colorado State uniforms. I love the script.
Big fan, yeah.
And I love the Ram logo on the
horn,
shoulders,
yeah.
too. Just all around a very good uniform. Love the color.
You saw Doug Wakeland adjusting the pegs in his own net on his near end.
We know that net needs it.
Yeah, and good for Doug Wakeland to take it upon himself to make sure his net won't come off of the moorings when he's there. So now UNLV in the zone again. And now their own end. That's Asher White's playing it softly for Backel. And that gets gloved down and settled by Johnson on the right wing. Feeds it towards the slot. Loose puck out in front. Everyone trying to get it towards the net. It finds its way under the trap of Chamberlain Acera, who holds for a whistle. UNLV with a pair of shots already in this middle frame in the just over 2 minutes.
And not a lot going for Colorado State in neutral ice. I don't know if they've had one clean zone entry, if any at all, so far in this second period. We had the one where they had possession on their side of the ice, and it bounced off the shin of Ryan Andor. So that's part of the mistakes that they need to clean up to try and get some offensive pressure going.
UNLV with some pressure. That's Johnson. He gets the puck chopped off of his stick. Around the wall for Whites at the point. He jams it off the kick plate, tries to get it in deep. He doesn't, but he keeps his zone for now. There's a bit of a mess of limbs and hockey sticks on the right wing boards, and the puck finally gets free to Frithson, who plays it off the wall down the ice. Icing is called. That was a foot race with Andor and Johnson. So early in this middle period, not a lot going for either team in the opening few minutes, but I mean, it isn't really anything to be alarmed about. Neither team can really get anything going in the opening stages of the first period.
Well, in the pretty passing we saw UNLV displaying at the end of that last period has not carried with them so far in this period.
They got some rust on the old hands. Heads up, Rolando. Oh, my goodness. That got tipped. Oh, man. The Colorado State bench is checking on him as well.
Giving us
He's
a thumbs up. Closely said, close one, close one.
Care operator. Ethan Blackburn, an all-time good guy at this point, the backup netminder for Colorado State today. Checking on him and giving him a little fist bump with the trapper. There's a few guys there. There's Blackbird, the backup netminder, Ryan Andor, all checking on the camera op. As that puck hops out of the zone for the Rebels, Wakeland stops it. I think I'll put that in the all-time funny moment that happened.
Oh, I'm glad he's got a helmet now. He hadn't had a helmet the last 2 seasons. Just going up there, no bucket.
Just airing out the program's OSHA concerns live on air. Here's Coots from the point, skating in from the left circle, shoots, he scores! Dylan Coots, the go-ahead goal. Doing it himself. 2-2 for the Rebels. Shaking the monkey off of his back.
Well, let's take a look at this one in the replay.
Coons just taking it himself. Left wing circle. How are you? C&I shot. Looks like it went far side on Chamberlain Acera.
UNLV is dominating the shots department. 19-3 now. Colorado State not getting anything, and now it's reflecting on the scoreboard for the 2-1 game.
I believe that might have been their first or second zone entry here, AJ, in the period. I mean, we're about 4 minutes in, and having 2 zone entries. Having only 2 zone entries in the opening few minutes of this period is not a good look. Not a good look.
No, not at all. Definitely need to clean that up. You can't really score goals if you're not getting zone entries, right?
No, not at all. I don't think so. It's very improbable. There have been some full-length ice goals in hockey history that have taken weird bounces, but, I mean, trying to remember what it is, really. Is it the law of averages, maybe?
Explain what you're saying.
It's some sort of law where if you don't do something, it's probably not going to happen. I'm sure that's a great Plato-esque philosophical stance there, but You know what I mean. I'm sure the viewers at home probably, hopefully.
All right, we got we can do Occam's razor, where the simplest solution is usually the right one, and usually the simpler solution is get the puck in the zone, right?
Yeah, and then get a shot on goal, and then usually if you get a shot on goal, you have a chance to score. That's how anything works. You can't complete a pass in football if you don't attempt to pass. You can't get a girl's phone number or a guy's Instagram or phone number without asking them.
What?
And there's a first shot on goal there from Colorado State. That was Robert Grasso. Now settled down to the red line by Rand, and now there's Masick. Masick cuts to the slot to Whites. He dekes out to the backhand on the left circle. He pirouettes forward with a drive up top. Save made. And that gets chipped in. That gets knifed off of the stick of Rand up top at the blue line. It's a foot race with Whites and Collins, and Wakeland comes out to play it. That kicks off the side of the cage. Andorf spins it to the slot on the tape for Ford. Off the kick plate for Rand, who sends it off the glass and in. It's a foot race, no icing. Poked at. Johnson finds it below the goal line, up top for Wyatt. He sidesteps to the right wing wall. Pirouettes at the point. On the tape for Estabrook. He can't dance through the traffic that the Rams provided in the slot, and that gets sent in off the skate of Nagra. Now Jackson Wyatt head manning the rush. He has Estabrook with him. Dropped it off for Estabrook, who shoots one. It gets directed up into the high glass with 13:21 to go. And the camera shaking is the aforementioned Ethan Blackburn, the backup netminder, with his blocker pad hitting the boards, trying to rile his team up.
Yeah, been the big rally guy so far for Colorado State. Every block
Very
shot,
rah-rah.
every block pass, he's smacking the boards. Let him know.
I'll
Get
say
fired
all-time
up.
good guy. Good rallier.
That's a guy. That's a
Checking all the
That's a
visiting
good bench guy,
broadcast, or the
for
whole
sure.
broadcast staff.
get
Back at
the
it again.
people fired up
He's provocative. He gets the people going.
and get the other team annoyed at it. Right?
Yeah.
Keep hearing that slamming.
There it is again. I mean, it's not just Ethan Blackburn. The whole CSU bench, they're all standing up. They're upright. They're ready to hop on the ice. I mean, it's a 2-1 hockey game. It's still a tiable game for the Rams. And having basically the whole bench ready to hop out there, it shows that this team isn't dead yet. Plenty of energy, plenty of fight. Now Jensen plays it in. That's fed towards the slot on the tape. Now on the backhand, that's Carollo. He doesn't like what he sees and reverses ice, and that gets poked out of the zone. Now on the right wing, Jensen shakes off pressure. Kelly can't get it into the zone clean. Kuntz stops up right before entering the zone. Everyone tags up for UNLV on the delayed offsides. Here's Kuntz, who recently broke the tie. Doing it himself. DiMaggio in his skates. He dekes through traffic from the right circle. Feeds it towards the goal mount. Back door. Rolls off the stick of Carollo. And now here comes CSU. Toe drag. Doesn't get the better of Kuntz. And he gets taken down. And Kuntz tosses the stick of Tyler Sledge aside. And now here's Jensen on the right wing. Shoots one. Blocked in front. And now the Rams are going to come the other way. Colorado State on the right wing. That's a shot there to the chest of Doug Wakeland. Riley Hunt Bond looking for his second of the night. Can't solve the netminder of Wakeland this time.
Well, good for Colorado State getting some rush action finally. It feels like they've been trying to break through and neutralize all game. Finally got two chances right there back-to-back and a shot on goal. And so now we'll see if they can win this face-off cleanly and get a little offensive zone time.
And the Rams come away with possession. And that's Stevens down low. Up top, it rolls off the stick of Angus Frithson. And now the Rebels with speed the other way. And it can't get played to the open area of the ice. Colorado State plays it away from their own net. And that gets sent into the neutral zone. Gordon rings it around the wall in the zone. Strong hops on it. now in their own end, that's Asher Whites. He's going to wind things up. And that gets directed in by Gordon off the trapper of Nacera. And a one-time drive from Gordon. Loose puck out in front. They score. Not sure how that one went in, but Dylan Gordon leading the handshake line. UNLV goes up 3-1.
Let's check the replay. I feel like Nacera just lost that one off the one-timer.
Was it an own goal?
I felt like he had it, or he thought he had it in his glove. If we can,
because that was a really late goal signal from the official.
We'll have to come back to that one and check it out. I'm still not sure.
We'll see if we can find an alternate angle at the intermission, but nonetheless. So Tristan Rand is credited with the goal, so unassisted. We'll double check that. Sure, there should be a score correction here. Icing's waved off. Ford retrieves it in his own end. That definitely looked like
Not sure how that would be unassisted.
Yeah.
If it came off the one-timer.
Yeah. Yeah. Nonetheless, 3-1. Somebody scored. Somebody scored for the Rebels. We think it's Dylan Gordon. The official, I guess, believes it's Tristan Rand. UNLV looking to tack on a fourth, and Rand looked like he was in prime position to take a feed on the right wing dot. Now Nagra has it, plays it around the wall for DiMaggio. Johnson gets sent to the ice hard, and here we go. We have a little bit of shoving, and DiMaggio comes to the aid of Bryce Johnson, who got sent into the corner face first by Max Hernberger.
Hernberger all alone there, surrounded by 5 UNLV skating Rebels.
Angry UNLV players. So Hernberger is going to be going for 2. Checking from behind. So UNLV with another chance on the power play after they just extended their lead to 2 over Colorado State. Skating Rebels have already connected once on the power play. Tonight, they're going to be looking for their second man advantage goal of the evening.
Well, broken record. How about special teams?
Special teams, special teams, special teams. How about that?
How about that? Coming into play again tonight. two goals on the power play so far, for one from each team.
UNLV working it. Down low, Backel tried to turn it on. Couldn't get there, rolled through the blue paint, and there's another Rebel there on the doorstep who couldn't get it clean. Stick on it. Strong toe drag release. Save made Nacera and a hold for a whistle.
Well, very important penalty kill for the Rams here. They cannot afford to let one in because it's starting to get away from them a little bit in the goal department. 3-1 right now, 4-1, and your offense really hasn't shown a lot. It's going to be tough to try and mount a comeback with that much working against you right now.
Yeah.
Get the penalty kill here, and then you get some momentum on the offensive zone. It's still a 2-goal game, and you've got one, right? You feel like you can get more.
Or even a shorthanded goal.
Right, and they have 4 shorthanded goals on the season so far, so.
So we'll see what happens. About a minute to go now. The power play for the Skating Rebels, and it's an offsides. Caleb Strong doesn't look too happy about it, and he'll get changed up. 8:39 remaining, 1 minute and 1 second.
We want to keep an eye on a player from Colorado State. He might get a short-handed goal. He's just coming off the ice now, but number 21, Connor Schleichman, he's got 2 of the Rams' 4 short-handed goals in the season so far.
See if he gets another shift on the penalty kill. Here's Masick to Wyatt, rink wide feed and return pass. That's Johnson. Now to Wyatt. Spun to the open ice for Rand. Tristan Rand takes some hacks. Now Wyatt with a drive through traffic, and it misses just wide. It looks like Mac Feinberg wore that one. And that gets to the open ice and cleared out of the zone by the Rams. 15 seconds to go now on the power play for the Rebels. 10 now. Now Wyatt dances to the outside. He gives chase to that loose puck in the corner. Works it up for Rand. Gets to DiMaggio at the point. Penalty expiring. DiMaggio shoots one. It kicks off the pad and out of the zone. Wakeland way out of his net to play it, and he beats Stevens to it. Stevens gets bumped to the ice by DiMaggio, and now here comes Wyatt headmanning this rush once again. Wyatt, toe drag, gets to the Domasic, drive of the net, loose puck out in front of the goal. Everyone knifing at it behind the net now, played out to the goal mouth, and Nacera finds it and holds for a whistle. A big penalty kill there for CSU.
A big penalty kill. It almost got some action right out of the box. Wakeland had to come way out of his net to defend that one. Otherwise, it would have been a 1-on-0 opportunity for Colorado State.
Or maybe a Steve Dangle dang it, an old-fashioned one. If you're a goaltender, it's at the goal. Not sure how many people know that.
We get like a flying poke check.
We had one 2 weeks ago against Niagara. Dominic Hasek as flying poke check. Messed up my own name there for a second.
You see it all here on UNLV hockey broadcast. Flying poke checks.
Messing up your own name.
Nasty dangles.
Yep. Some snipes. Some fights here and there, too.
Yep.
And a wide array of specialty jerseys as Colorado State ices this one. The specialty jerseys you're seeing the Skating Rebels wear tonight, benefiting Hockey Fights Cancer in the V Foundation. Portion of the proceeds is for a silent auction that is going on right now until 8 p.m. Saturday night. Benefit the V Foundation and Hockey Fights Cancer for cancer research and support groups. Visit 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey. It'll take you right to the bidding page where you can place a bid on any of the game-worn jerseys you're seeing on your screen or the jerseys that belong to the guys who are injured or were scratched for this contest. Now, UNLV will be wearing these tomorrow night, Saturday night, against Colorado State for warm-ups, and then they'll be back in their normal uniforms for the second contest of this two-game series. UNLV can't gain the zone there. And that gets sent off the wall and out of the reach of Tyler Sleds and an icing. And for insult to injury, Sleds caught an edge.
Took a spill.
Sled
Insult to
spills.
injury indeed. And those are the plays where if you get, you get a stick on that puck, there's no one in sight, you get a wide open shot at Doug Wakeland. Those are the plays that have just been getting away from Colorado State lately so far. Just got to reel it in.
There's that shot from Dylan Gordon. Looking for maybe his second of the game.
I think he scored it.
I think he did too. I mean, we saw the replay. Maybe the officials saw something crazy. We'll see the replay go in intermission. And here's Gordon again with a drive. And it goes off the end boards. And that's Johnson leaving it off for Gordon. He gets his shot blocked out in front. And that kicks out of the zone. Dylan Ford, once again donning 44 rather than his normal 13. Retrieves it back in his own end and plays it up. There's Ford again off the kick plate. And Wakeland comes out to stop that behind his own net. Got tied up there for a moment, and now CSU set up in the zone. Von Felt up to the point, blocked out in front by Estabrook. That was Makai Mitchell trying to turn that one towards the goal. And now Estabrook plays it out. And that puck goes out of play. 4:53 remaining. Shots are 26-6.
Well, that was a good possession for Colorado State. Not a lot of shots on goal there, but still what they have been lacking so far this entire game is solid possessions on their offensive zone, getting good passing, getting good shots. And they got some decent passing in that zone, but not a lot of shots, which is what they need some more of going forward.
I mean, as we mentioned earlier in the show, you got to shoot the puck on net to score goals most of the time. Colorado State just mustering 3 shots so far to the slot. That heads up play from, looked like Tristan Rand, who was driving the net hard and almost colliding with Nacera. To be the second Rebel to collide with the Rams netminder tonight. That shot from Petrangelo misses wide. And now Masick knifes it through. Masick with possession, and it gets chopped off of his stick. What a defensive effort. Well, it looks like Cameron Cromwell. Now McIntosh up top for Wyatt. Nagra down low off a kick plate out front. Sniped away by Nacera. It's played around the wall, stopped up by Nagra. Rink wide Mensch. He gets taken down by Petrangelo. Delayed penalty, no more. Petrangelo is going to be going for a hold. So UNLV with 3:41, to go in the second will have another look at the power play. And Petrangelo is still wondering what he did and why he's going to the box, but now he finally takes a seat in the sim bin.
Well, UNLV 1 for 3 on the power play so far tonight. This will be their 4th opportunity. And another sort of the same thing for Colorado State. Another big penalty kill because you can't let UNLV get one here, make it 4-1 going into the third period, especially with how your offense has been playing.
And one-time drive right off a power play face-off. The face-off to open the man advantage. And that puck skips out of the zone now. So now here's Nagra. Quarterback in this rush, Devin Nagra. Drops it off on the tape for Strong. Now on the tape, Mensch. Sidewinds his way through the zone and fires a shot right into the glove of Chamberlain Nacera. 1:29 to go on the man advantage. So the faceoff's going to be out to the right of Nacera. UNLV comes away with possession off the draw. Nagra up top. Now for Mensch. Swings it down low. Return pass Mensch. Pitch and catch on the half wall. Up top Nagra. To Mensch with a drive. Blocked out in front to the high glass. That was Makai Mitchell getting in front of that one-time chance from Heath Mensch. Now Strong. He looks and surveys. And now fed up top. Nagra fans on that shot. Loose puck out in front. Whack towards the goal. Goes wide. And Hunter Baum sends it off the glass and out.
Much needed zone clearing there for UNLV. For Colorado State, excuse me. They needed to get a change.
Now Nagra, under 30 seconds to go, leaves it for Johnson. Johnson headmanning this rush. And that gets played up for Wyatt. And a shot from the left wing, dot save made Becerra. And the final seconds ticking off for the UNLV man advantage. Colorado State back at full strength. Here's Petrangelo trying to back check. One-time drive from the right wing dot. It doesn't go. Under a minute and a half to go now in the middle period. Now here's Petrangelo shooting one off the stick of DiMaggio and into the netting for a whistle.
Great penalty kill there for Colorado State, making UNLV 1 for 4 on the power play so far tonight. Special teams.
Special teams?
Special teams, like we've been a broken record all night long. We'll probably talk about it again tomorrow with the 2 goals. But a great penalty kill there for Colorado State. Now they got this offensive face-off, zone face-off. Important for them to try and establish something going into the third period.
UNLV came away with possession on that draw. And now under a minute to go in the middle period. UNLV setting up shop in the O zone. Carollo catches that at the point, looks, feeds it down to Whites. Whites now from below the goal line towards the goal mouth and doesn't get there. And here comes Colorado State with a rush, and it gets canceled out by Asher Whites. And now here's Kelly. Has that chopped off of his stick. Now about 20 seconds to go. Carollo on the tape. Kelly in the middle of the ice. Left wing side. Jensen from the dot. Shoots one off the high glass and into the netting. 13.7 to go.
We'll do it one more time, at least.
One more time at least, indeed. 13.7 shots are 32-7 in favor of the Rebels.
You certainly feel that differential.
Yeah.
Right now, for sure. Like, in the first period, it kind of caught us by surprise. This one, not really so much.
Now under 10 to go. Turned on and into the glove of Nocera. So we're going to do it one more time at least with 6.3 seconds to go in the middle period. There, couple seconds right off the clock there. I don't know if we're going to put that back on, but all right, so we're not going to. Oh, they put it back up. All right.
We're missing a 7/10 of a second.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, the official doesn't think it's okay. The official doesn't think it's okay. Maybe they're adding another second. Are they? No, they're not. All right. Under 6 to go. Clock didn't get started. Okay. So, bit of a score. Stoppage. All right. Are we calling the period? Is that what the official's pointing at? All right. Yeah. Well, the period's over. So, technical difficulties there to end the middle frame. 3-1 is your score through 40 minutes. Taking a look at how we got to this score. Hey, there's Dylan Gordon ripping a one-timer, but maybe Tristan Rand on the far side. Tucking the rebound home. UNLV leads 3-1 through 40. Another 20 minutes or more coming up. UNLV and CSU.
Experience the ultimate clean.
It's not hard to say that UNLV has taken control in these last 2 periods here tonight, just in this second period scoring 3 times. Three to 1 UNLV ending this second period here. I'm joined here with Dylan Kuntz. Now, Dylan, you scored the second goal of the game. Talk me through it. How'd it go?
Honestly, kind of blacked out there, honestly, but I got the pass and luckily got a win, so I'll take it.
How do you hope to end this next period and finish the game out tonight?
For sure. We just got to play a lot better. These past 2 periods we haven't played our game, but just got to simplify and get it deep and start hitting.
Perfect. Well, I know you got it. Good luck out there, Dylan.
Thank you very
Of
much.
course. Kyle, I'll bring it back over to you.
Thank you, Zoe. UNLV adding more shots to their tally, 31-7 in Colorado State. Only 4 shots in that second period, and they just got to clean it up a little. UNLV kind of getting sloppy in the neutral zone, a lot of turnovers, and CSU as well. They have a lot of missed breakout opportunities. We've seen multiple occasions where a man is free on the breakaway and they just miss the pass. So all CSU needs to calm down, stick to what they were doing in the first period, and just kind of keep pace with UNLV. And UNLV just clean up those mistakes and you can walk home pretty much victorious. Saying all that, let's send it back up to AJ and Dom.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Zoe. And thank you all for sticking with us if you stuck through it this long. And if you're just joining us for the third period, you're just in time. Thanks for joining us through 40. UNLV leads 3-1. Shots are 31-7. Each team has a power play marker. Some keys. CSU just shoot at this point. Shoot the puck, and UNLV close it out.
Yeah, we've gotten to this hockey philosophy, if you will, that you can't score goals without shooting the puck, right?
Yeah.
So part of that is shoot, but a part of it is also you got to get cleaner zone entries because they only had, I think we can count on one hand the amount of clean zone entries they had the last period. Not a lot. And when they did have a solid zone entry, they were able to, pass the puck around, get some decent looks. But overall, got to shoot the puck to score goals.
You've got to. And one last reminder for tonight, UNLV's Hockey Fights Cancer specialty jerseys are on auction right now at 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey. Or if you're watching on your TV and you got a mobile device handy, scan the QR code. It will take you straight to the auction page. You can bid on the game-worn jerseys by the players that you're seeing in the background, and then you'll see when the action gets back going here tonight at City National Arena. A portion of the proceeds will go to Hockey Fights Cancer and the V Foundation. Those funds will be directed towards cancer research and support groups, ever important resources. So make sure to go to 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey to bid on these Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys. The auction ends at 8 p.m. Saturday night.
One final frame, Dom.
Or more.
Or more.
Or more.
Or more, but
doesn't look likely as of right now. We'll see if CSU can turn things around. Nagra plays it down low for Doan, the CSU captain. Doesn't get it all the way out of the zone, and now it gets played deep in the Rebel end. And stoppage play. So the goal scorers for UNLV are getting figured out. Tristan Ram was originally credited with the third goal of the game, but we're still hinging.
I'm
on Dylan Gordon.
100% confident it was Dylan Gordon. Tristan Rand passes him the puck in the replay, passes him the puck, and then Gordon shoots it. Rand is nowhere even close to the net at that point. I don't know how they got Tristan Rand. Tristan Rand unassisted even.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the officials don't really communicate all the way properly from time to time, or it's really loud in the building. So sometimes their words can get kind of mixed up and lost in the juice and the energy of this place as UNLV ices the puck in the opening 2 minutes. So things happen.
Things happen. That's the beauty of live sports, right? Things happen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you watch.
That's why you watch and laugh
from a very
not
philosophical,
at people, just at the situation.
Philosophical standpoint. You watch the broadcast because things happen.
Yes.
The UNLV hockey philosophical debate broadcast, we'll call this. We get to the root of all things.
Start a pod. Here's Masick moving in. Rink wide feed. They score. Mario DiMaggio puts UNLV out front 4-1.
Well, Dom, this is twice now that we've been talking about philosophy when a goal happens right after it. And what a play that was. What a sequence.
Great hustle play from Ryder McIntosh to the blue line as he's fallen.
Can't draw it up any better than that.
No,
but,
not at all.
The unsung here, McIntosh with the hustle to get that puck to Masick, who gets it to DiMaggio, who finishes the play.
Thankfully, that's one of those things, at least thankfully for Ryder McIntosh, it's one of those plays where your hustle effort actually shows up on the score sheet.
Right.
There's a lot of times where it doesn't show up, but it's a secondary assist. It's a point nonetheless, and that's going to look good on the tape for Ryder McIntosh. And Rand fires one towards the net, blocked in front by Doan. Now Estabrook overskates the puck. That gets spun towards the net and played out. Now here's Estabrook towards a slide just through the wickets of Bryce Johnson. And Backel plays his man out, and now Estabrook to Johnson. He shoots, blocked in front by Mitchell. Backel settles it down. The Rams want that to be called offsides. They won't get such call, but Estabrook gets chased out of the offensive zone nonetheless. Now here come the Rebels. Corolla towards the slot. Doesn't get to the stick of Jensen. And that gets played around the wall. Jackson Wyatt sends it towards the goal. Tipped down to the ice. And Collins skies that one out of the zone into the Colorado State offensive zone. Now here comes Corolla for Wyatt. Jackson Wyatt spins to the open ice. Hops off the stick of Nagra, and now here comes Hernberger. Gets stood up by Kelly in the other end. Colorado State getting some fresh players on. much going in the CSU offensive zone as of right now, or really for either team. It's just a lot of bouncing pucks and people whacking at the puck and nothing really going. UNLV finally gets a clean zone exit. Now over the red line, it gets fed towards the zone by Carollo, but he doesn't get it all the way in on the dump in. And now here comes Heath Mensch. He gains his own, pulls up to the slot. Kuntz shoots into the chest of Nocera. Kuntz looking for a second of the game on that play.
Well, up until that, it was basically what the first 10 or so minutes of this game looked like. Were a lot of chopping at the puck, whacking at the puck. Not a lot of control, not a lot of good passes, and a whole lot of nothing from both teams. But now UNLV with an offensive zone draw.
It's a big old nothing burger of hockey right there. So that's fed towards goal mouth. Oliver Band now behind the net, plays it up top to the point, Kuntz. And now Band looking on the tape strong, top of the left circle. Down low DiMaggio. DiMaggio surveying the ice from below the goal line on the tape for Band. Rolls off the stick for Kuntz. Takes that return pass from Strong. DiMaggio pirouettes down low for Band, and his pass gets cut off and kept in the zone by Kuntz, but Princeton's going to take it out of the zone and direct it deep in the Rams. And now here's Rand for Masick. Feeds one towards goal mouth, and Rand bowls over to Nocera, the official saying no, no, no. And Nocera doesn't have the goal stick. He gets it back. The second time Nocera has been bumped into by a Rebel player tonight. Spun down low, McIntosh for Masick. Rolls off a Masick stick. McIntosh jogs into that one. He dips the shoulder. Shakes off a check. Plays it up top for Ford. And White. Turn pass forward. Just out of the reach of McIntosh. Masick now below the goal line. Gets chopped away. White's at the right point. Point to point forward on the tape. McIntosh fans on his shot after being tied up by sleds, and puck escapes the zone. And we got a penalty on Ryder McIntosh. It looks like right there, right in front of the cameras, Sleds was getting off the ice. McIntosh gave him a little extra. So Ryder McIntosh going to be sitting for a cross-check in CSU in the opening half of this third period. Find themselves on the power play.
Well, it's the second time in the box. He had the penalty where he ran into the Colorado State goalie in the first period. Colorado State desperately needs something on offense. They have not been able to get anything going, and not a good start right there.
Yeah, and overall pretty unnecessary penalties for UNLV tonight, objectively speaking. And that's the second time action unrelated to the play cost UNLV a man. Ryder McIntosh for a cross-check lately, and then Brady Estabrook in the first period for roughing. Colorado State scored on the ensuing power play and jumped out to an early 1-0 lead, but since then it's been all Rebels.
See if they can find a little bit of that.
There, DiMaggio sending Aiden Vonfeld to the ice.
Let's see if Colorado State can find some of that earlier first period magic on the power play.
And that's on the tape for Ty Doan. Feeds it to the slot, cut off. A stick of Masick. And UNLV's power play hasn't looked too great after just over a minute's gone. So Andor over the red line and in the zone. Gets hit hard there at the blue line by Dylan Ford. That's the cost of entry at the toll gate for the Rebels D zone. Shot from the right wing, dot, save made, Wakeland. Sarah leaves that one for Cromwell. And that pass from Cromwell, no one home. UNLV back to full strength. And I believe that's the second time that UNLV gets back to full strength tonight, AJ, and then the Rams ice the puck. So their power play unit has to stay out there. And UNLV could get fresh legs out.
Well, last time this happened too, UNLV was able to cycle the puck really well and got a really good offensive possession. We'll see if that's in store for them again.
No penalty called on that sequence. Man wanted one. Now they're strong. He got tripped up. Shoots one. Blocks up to the high glass and into the netting for a whistle.
Well, the Colorado State power play, pretty lackluster there. Not a single shot on goal. And they spent a lot of time on their own zone. Even the goalie, Chamberlain Nocera, had to block a few shots coming his way even. Not what you want to see from your power play unit.
Not at all. Now UNLV once again at full strength. And here they come, gain to the zone. That's banned to Nagra. He shoots off the cuff of the trapper of Nocera. And now Nagra with it again. D to D for Wyatt. Jackson Wyatt. The strong rink wide. Nagra shoots off the pad. Kicks out to the right wing boards. Now Mensch sends that one in. Now it's a foot race towards the UNLV bench. A pair of big bodies collide. Rice and Perny. It looks like Brady Estabrook came together. Now Johnson gets that chopped off the blade of his stick. And a collision there in center. Backel came together with Tyler Sleds. Now UNLV's starting it out. Here's Kuntz. Already has a goal tonight. To Johnson. He gets tied up, and the puck still trickles its way towards the net. UNLV keeps his own. DDD Whites to Kuntz. Return pass to Weiss. He shoots. Blocked in front. And a few bodies go down to the end boards. You have a stoppage. So shots are 37-7 with 8:43 to go. Dylan Gordon posted 4 penalties, so the Rebels once again shorthanded. So CSU trying to dig themselves out of a 3-goal deficit.
Well, they can start by shooting the puck.
And offsides, a shorthanded 2-on-1. Looks like Jensen was a bit over the blue line on that rush. So they'll try it again. 8:28 to go in the third. 1:45 remaining on the UNLV PK now.
I got to give credit to the backup goalie here, Ethan Blackburn.
He stays
He
dialed.
has been hitting that board
dialed.
nonstop. It reminds me of the Star Wars show Andor, where all the residents are hitting the pipes on the side of their wall, making a lot of noise.
You know, I knew Ryan Andor's name was familiar. I just could not. I knew it was a Star Wars thing. I just couldn't really put it together. But I mean, replay operator Jack Bridges likes that when he's pointing to his head. He's saying, "You're a ball knower, AJ." I think I could agree. It's a good pull.
Thank you.
And that gets sent out of the zone. Osera comes out to play it. We approach the final minute of the UNLV PK. Are you a big Darth Plagueis the Wise fan, AJ?
I've dabbled in that story, that tragedy, if you will.
All right, good to know. Good to know. Well, one of my good friends growing up is a big fan of that story. And we approach the final 30 seconds of the CSU power play. The Rams starting to work it around the zone. They try to get it to the bumper, and heads up on the UNLV bench. Gets sent out of the zone. Everyone looks like they're good. So, good thing that they're no worse for wear. 22 seconds left on the UNLV penalty. Mason Kelly, AJ, a noted Star Wars fan himself.
I feel like we've done some Star Wars promos in the past,
Yeah,
too, with
we
some of our shoots. Oh,
As late as last year, we've done Star Wars photo shoots. Kelly's brother, Carter, is in attendance tonight, watching his brother as he usually does. That shot gets tipped to the high glass. Now on the doorstep, backhand try. Goes just wide of the net, so CSU with a pair of chances there, but UNLV will play on a 2-on-1. Here's Johnson to Wyatt, knifes it on, save made by Nocera, and he didn't have to do much. Just had to sit there in the butterfly position and stay in front of it. And what a good gesture from the captain, Ty Doan, wiping the excess snow off of his netminder.
Hey,
that's another good guy.
Gotta watch out for your goalie, right?
That's another good guy moment.
He's taking a lot of heat tonight.
38 shots.
38 shots. So, gotta protect your goalie.
Kelly family, big supporters of UNLV Rebel hockey. Family hailing from Michigan. They always tune in to the broadcast as well. So we're having some scoreboard issues, as you can see on the far end at City National Arena. At least there's no stoppages of play right now. The time that we have is accurate. Marcus Bray, our wonderful director, locked in. As the scoring operation still trying to get restarted, so we have a stoppage, and this might be a bit of a longer stoppage while we try and fix the scoreboard here at City National Arena. It gives us a good chance to talk about the upcoming schedule. Tomorrow night, AJ, the UNLV Skating Rebels, right back here at City National Arena against CSU, 7 p.m., another home game.
Looking forward to that one, game 2 of 2.
There'll be a brief break and some time away. The Skating Rebels will then head to Oklahoma to take on the Sooners.
A trip to Norman.
Little Norman, Oklahoma trip. I'm sure it's pretty cold, actually, out in Oklahoma this time of year.
Yeah, with the they're actually going to get hit with a big winter storm
going on.
Pretty much the entire United States east of the Rocky Mountains is going to get hit by it.
Of course, Vegas isn't a part of that.
Right.
Of course, Vegas isn't. Is that starting tonight? Or?
I'm not sure if it's starting tonight or if it's starting within the next couple weeks. I think next week it's when it's going to hit.
Is Fort Collins affected? Kyle Sparrow's saying yes. We might need to pull up a radar. We'll see. I think Kyle is pulling up a radar for us. We wish we could put it on the broadcast, but I'm sure even CSU is probably happy to be in Las Vegas right now, because it's typically pretty cold in Colorado this time of year. AJ, as of right now, 7 degrees in Fort Collins.
That's pretty cold.
7 degrees or snow forecasted tonight, according to the weather app. 35% chance of snow at 11 p.m. So the scoreboard's back functioning. We're back underway in the UNLV offensive zone. And for comparison, UNLV, their home arena here at City National Arena in Summerlin, it's 47 degrees. So as of right now, AJ, Colorado State's shot total matches the degrees in Fort Collins back home. We hope any Rams fans, as White puts that one on, we hope any Rams fans watching this broadcast are staying warm up in FOCO.
Like anything that's single digits is unnecessarily cold, in my opinion.
Brutal. Take that up with Mother Nature. File a grievance. Here's White speeding one to the goal mouth. Loose puck out in front, and we have another whistle, and Osera gets bumped again by, guess who? Ryder McIntosh and Osera. It looks like they're stuck together. McIntosh's stick blade was stuck in the blocker glove of Chamberlain Osera.
It's fate.
Yeah.
They were fated to meet.
It's the invisible red string theory.
What?
You're gonna have to Google that one. I'll remember the definition off the top of my head.
No, I'm okay. We'll move on.
So 5:10 to go, and that's what the reading that they have up at the scorer's table is. Jackson White having a brief conversation with Ethan Blackburn. And now we play on. Mensch ranked wide off the skate of Niagara.
Like, does your arm ever get sore from doing this?
Maybe. Maybe he has, like, really good front delts, so he's able to lift that blocker, and then he has really good lats to bring his arm back. Maybe.
But after hitting the board like 1,000 times, you're probably going to be tired.
Palm of the glove, the palm of your hand might be a bit sore. Unless he's hitting it with, like, the side of the blocker where there's more padding. Now here's Caleb Strong, sidesteps him in, toe drag on the backhand, turns away from pressure on the tape. Coots high slot to Niagara. He shoots, blocked by Doan. And DiMaggio with the drive. That misses wide. Under 4 minutes to go. Once again, these two teams doing battle. Same time, same place, same broadcast station. UNLV Rebel Hockey YouTube will be hosting the broadcast. So UNLV taking on CSU at 7 p.m. An hour after puck drop. The silent auction at 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey for these game-worn Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys, benefiting the V Foundation for cancer research and support groups. That ends 8 p.m. If you happen to make it out to the building, we have a bit of disagreement here. Oh man, Colorado State bench tried to call a timeout. Alex Letkowski having an argument with the official, and the official saying no timeout on an icing. Coach Letkowski saying there is a timeout. Here's Backel with a drive, goes off the cuff of the trapper. Sarah. Now here come the Rams. They gain the zone and play it in below the goal line. In the final 3 minutes here at City National Arena. UNLV keeps his own on the forecheck. It's sent in deep. Johnson gets bumped hard by Perini. Second time Johnson's ended up on the ice after a check tonight. Now here's Estabrook looking, snaps one in the skates of Johnson, and he couldn't settle it down. Now here's Johnson. He moves in to Jensen. He can't settle it down. And that rink-wide feed is on the tape. Sleds, it's Norris. 2 minutes to go.
I feel like Colorado State still looking for a shot this period. They didn't get any shots in the 2 power play opportunities. Still sitting at 7. I believe that's what they were at.
Still matching the temperature out in Fort Collins. Here's Wyatt. He shoots off the blocker. UNLV close to matching the temperature here in Las Vegas. Wyatt with it again. He shoots off the blocker once more of Nocera. Now Kelly, the avid Star Wars fan. He gets taken down behind the net by Hunter Bond, and Bond will be going for a hold. The net comes off its moorings, and UNLV with a minute 19 to go. We'll go to the power play.
Well, again with that net, it's been a major trouble spot.
Not as much tonight as it has been in past weekends, though. Which
True,
is
but
very good.
Still a few times compared to the other side, which you don't really hear as much about.
So Riley Hunter Bond, 2 minutes for a hold in the final pair of minutes here at City National Arena. The Rebels with some active power play practice here. Game action, game speed, game situation. So here's Strong with it on the left wing. Backel to the bumper for Ban. And now here's Nagra. 1 minute to go in the third period of play. UNLV still leads 4-1. They're on the man advantage here. Here's Mensch. Leaves it off for Nagra. Top of the left circle, Strong. Toe drag to the middle of the ice. He pirouettes, gets poked off of his stick by Collins. Christian Collins moving on in all alone. He shoots off the mask of Doug Wakeland. Way to use your head for the UNLV netminder as we approach the final half minute of this third period.
Well, finally, Colorado gets a shot, and what an opportunity. 1-on-0. I feel like they've had that a few times. It just got away from them.
And here's Rand moving on in on the backhand. He puts it on, and Chamberlain Osera squeezes tight and keeps it from leaking through past the goal line. 21.6 to go.
Doug Wakeland with the heads-up play and the keep your focus, make the save with the hockey mask.
Keep your eye on the puck, right?
Right.
Pretty easy when it's coming straight for your cage. Masick behind the net, finds it to the slot. Brand shoots one off the pad. Loose puck out in front, and it gets cleared away from danger. Wyatt keeps the zone off the kick plate. DiMaggio keeps it in. DiMaggio centering try. Johnson can't get all of it, and it flutters into the trapper of Nocera. 3.9 to go in this game.
Oh, I thought he had one for a second there.
Johnson was looking for his 4th goal in 2 games. And that face-off, Rams control possession. They'll dribble it out. UNLV wins 4-1 in night 1 against the Rams. And in the last 3 games, CSU has dropped all 3 to the Skating Rebels. So we'll take a look at how we got there in the opening frame. Riley Hunt Bond puts it home with a power play, and then it was all Rebels from there. Oliver Band on the man advantage. Taps it home from the blue paint. And then in the middle period, Dylan Kuntz doing it himself. Sniping one from the left circle for the go-ahead goal and the game-winning goal. And then UNLV, Dylan Gordon with a howitzer, and maybe Tristan Rand knifing it home on the far side. And the latest goal. What a play from Ryder McIntosh. What a feed from Charlie Masick. And What a finish by the defenseman Mari DiMaggio, who sellies hard. UNLV wins 4-1 over the Colorado State Rams. On behalf of A.J. Reed, Kyle Sparrow, Zoe Salas, Bo Kennedy, Nardia Petit-Chalaire, Marcus Bray, Jack Bridges, Rolando Guerrero, and Gene Gomez, and everyone else here at the UNLV Rebel Hockey Media Team. We thank you all for watching. Take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow night.